before. You
Right.
usually got to do a couple of years in before you can appeal some shit.
You know it's deep too. How in the fuck, bro? Like literally though, I appreciate the prosecutor for throwing second degree, third degree, and second degree manslaughter. That means they was trying to throw him to the wall, right? Nailed his ass. But the thing that still blew my mind that was still kind of crazy is that I didn't expect him to be guilty of all of them charges. I just felt like they was trying not to miss him. So how was he guilty on all those particular charges? And like, that's what his lawyers are going to ask. Like, if I was his lawyers now, I would be like, how did you find him guilty of all three of those things? I'm just curious legally to tell me that it wasn't three victims. It wasn't a double homicide. How did he get second degree, third degree, and second degree? I've just never seen that.
It was different. There was different stuff. It was different stipulations.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like it might have been them charging him as the cop, and then for the manslaughter shit, and then for him as a person,
took
second
that nigga
degree.
3 hours explaining that shit. He was explaining that shit. They was all different charges like that. That's why he was able to do it like that.
Yeah, but we're gonna see though. The
I
reason
stopped listening after a while.
I think that they gave him a way out of his appeal though. But they made it, we needed the conviction for social media because people, microwave brains. So like we needed to be like, hell yeah, he guilty to make it seem like the system making a change. But legally, as a citizen, that's a slippery slope because if you tried to charge me with that shit and I killed one nigga and you charge me with 3 murders, oh nigga, what the fuck kind of shit? My lawyer's about to have a field day in the appellate court, nigga. Stop playing. I'm just saying.
They might as well did Johnny Cochran up. That nigga about to get out.
Right. That don't make no sense. And the next trial, the appellate trial, gonna lead into a mistrial. How about that? Just like the first trial should have been, but the public was too invested that it was no way. It would have been an uproar. That's why they didn't want a mistrial, because niggas would have stormed that bitch.
It ain't 3 murders. It's the same shit. It's just 3 different. It's 3 different ways. I can't explain it really right now, but they kept on trying to break the shit down. That's why they was able to do it like that.
They broke it down like that so he wouldn't get life. Like shit, those 3 charges, it seemed like a lot, but he's about to get a total of like what? Probably 10.
Yeah, man. Look, it's so many white conservatives that's so pissed off right now because of this shit. Like Tommy Lauren from Fox, you know what I'm saying? Them different motherfuckers, they saying some real ignorant shit. They talking about you got your justice, so I'd assume there would be peace in Minneapolis tonight. No rioting, no looting, no harassing officers. Like,
pretty much.
Shut the fuck up. They still should turn
this bitch up. Y'all said it right, because they was gonna tear that bitch down.
I think that's what happened. That's why they were shook like that. I think that the jury was tainted in it benefited, but I think it's not gonna hold him, legally, just being honest.
Because I don't think they go on some real shit though. I don't think they gonna say no bullshit in about 6 to 8 weeks. Because if they was thinking about that now, shit, it's gonna be way worse in fucking June, July.
Yeah, I don't believe that
some shit got overturned or some shit was a mistrial or something. It's gonna be hot. Niggas can't wait to fuck some shit up during that. Bro, you gonna get all types of summer sets.
Hey, bro, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, bro. Remember how Aaron
Hernandez, how many short outfits niggas gonna be stealing all them little Nike shorts and shit, man.
Hey, bro, you remember when Aaron Hernandez? Remember when Aaron Hernandez, right? When he lost the first murder trial. And the reason he lost that bitch because they linked him to another murder trial, but that bitch wasn't in the books yet. So now they came back for that murder trial that linked him to that first one, and he beat them bitches, remember? So now that left his first trial in the appellate court now to be, it was up. So he was no longer a convicted felon to the state. And that's the point of why he died at that time. So he was able to get the money from the NFL shit. So that particular stipulation type of shit, I just feel like the second degree charge gonna come up. I don't know how you.
I'm just hoping he get this 40 ball, man.
I hope he
going for the 40 ball.
You hope he get that 40 ball?
Yeah.
Man.
Somebody got to be an example.
Right, bro. That's how I feel too. But this looked like the system did some funny shit on some legal shit. I know, you know what I'm saying? Just being honest, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Shit. That should be weird as hell, but I'm trying to give it. I'm trying to let them. I'm trying to go ahead and feel it. And they blessed us on the holidays and shit, man. Y'all ain't smoking on 420? What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm quiet as hell right now. I'm trying not to choke right now.
Edibles and shit like that, and smoking.
Man, I drunk
ice cream
so
and shit.
much Kool-Aid, man. That shit is ridiculous. The shit I've been smoking since I woke up. I feel like, man,
I need to find
every
some of
day.
that THC lean. That shit was straight one little time.
Yeah, it's all right. I had it when I was in Detroit.
You're absolutely right. We got Loreya Sunshine in the building.
It'll start with Mary Jane, and that shit'll end with
What up,
Sheena Marie.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
Still blazing.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
What kind of edibles are you eating?
Some kind of mango. What's this other shit?
Fuck yeah, mango reacts with the THC in your body naturally. It makes you like enhance THC more.
See, somebody know, because I've been drinking mango juice all day. I got a huge ass bottle in the house.
Hell yeah. I like mango pineapple smoothies with my weed.
Oh no, shit. You know, the Mexicans down here, I get natural mango juice.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah. You got to hook up. Okay, top 3 smokers I want to smoke with. Duke stole my Dave Chappelle and my Seth Rogen, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And Rihanna, them was my 3, but that's all right.
Man, you said Rihanna, Seth Rogen, and who?
Dave Chappelle.
That's real.
Yeah. You gotta smoke with like a comedian, a musician, and a stone cold stoner white boy.
But I feel like Seth Rogen will take way too long to roll. He be trying to roll the cross blunts and all that shit. I'll get impatient. Like, dog, you don't just light that shit up.
Not only that, but I fucking think Seth Rogen's little dorky laugh is hilarious. So if he just laughed the whole time he was trying to roll, it would be funny.
Man, I hate the motherfuckers who be talking too much while they smoking. He feel like them type of motherfuckers. He probably be talking.
Dave would definitely be talking too much.
Dave, pass the fucking blunt, dog. Damn.
He can smoke his shit, but I'm gonna be rolling up his weed though. That's the whole
thing. That's what it is. You gotta let him smoke one and you smoke one.
Like, there you go, dog.
You know who I would really like to smoke with too? Like, no, like some back in the day shit, but I would really like to smoke with Redman.
I was watching their verses before we hopped on.
I know he old now and shit, you know, but he was a total stoner back in the day.
That's how I feel about Method Man. Out of the 2, I would want to smoke with Method Man.
Method would get too cerebral on me. Like I need
know
to keep it light.
Redman looked like he wet the blunt and shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Like he just
don't say nothing. He'll even be like, my bad, bro.
He's sucking half of the weed.
Man, it's 420 and I had to light that bitch off the stove. You hear me?
We in here.
That was history, right there. That was historical. You gotta
humble becoming.
Yeah, you gotta take it back.
You hear me? Hear me? For real, man. But yeah, what about niggas getting it? Do niggas get too hyped up for 420?
No, it should be a national fucking holiday recognized on the goddamn calendar. As many mass incarcerations. No, I'm speaking on like a public justice. We should be able to smoke our weed in public. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all get to drink y'all drinks in a bar. Why we can't have a little weed lounge?
That's that
I agree with. But
that's how I feel every time I see a hookah lounge.
You said niggas or like do just everybody or like how white people be
I mean, like I feel like we should get the restrictions, stop prohibition on weed. Like it should be legal across, federal states. I mean, everywhere. Come on. What are you talking about? I should be able to take my weed to Paris and smoke it on the plane. That's just me, though.
I remember the days when niggas could smoke on the plane. I don't remember, but there was some.
They still had ashtrays when I was traveling on the plane as a kid. They definitely still had ashtrays.
Man, my granddad used to talk about smoking the square and shit when one of the kids was born.
I got pictures of my great aunts on the plane smoking squares, like, and a cart rolled out with a turkey on it.
What about when niggas smoked in the hospital? They didn't give a fuck.
What if
That
I was
was
pregnant
crazy.
when you smoke?
Some
That was
hospitals,
crazy as fuck.
some
That was
hospitals
way
still
worse
got
than
them
crime.
the motherfucking ashtrays in the hallway.
Remember that character in them when she was smoking that square and her husband got beat up in the middle of the road? She was pregnant the whole show, smoking them squares the whole show.
So look, what you think about them? That was your shit?
It was dumb as hell. They fit too many themes. Like, you can't fit all those horror themes. Like, we got too many themes in them. Like, it's ghosts, it's motherfucking serial killers, it's just too much going on. They try to do a whole, cabin in the woods theme with a series and then make it about Black people. And I'm just like, y'all stretching the truth a lot.
Man.
I'm just really surprised they didn't put no voodoo in it and drop some, Papa Legua out in there or some crazy shit. They was reaching real hard. They put the Quakers in it, so they was reaching.
The only thing, look, I don't like horror shit. Y'all I always say that. But the two things that I respect, because I don't know if they real or not, is vampires and werewolves. I got respect for them.
Look, this is speaking scientifically.
That shit was on Twilight. That ain't even a horror.
No, I'm speaking scientifically. I love the genre of horror. I love horror movies. I love horror books. I love R.L. Stein since I was a kid. I like Goosebumps. I like horror. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like, scientifically, I'm horrified of mermaids. Like, that shit makes sense. Fuck all that.
Do Goosebumps books count as reading them bitches when you die? Like, damn, I read this book.
Yeah.
What they put that in somebody's obituary, somebody he read all of the Goosebumps series. He had the whole original collection. What nobody fucking around.
Dog, y'all remember the bitches?
I had all of them. What are you talking about?
Well, the Goosebumps used to glow up a little bit.
How did they organize them bitches, man?
No, I was reading his spinoffs. I was reading R.L. Stein when he stopped writing Goosebumps. I was reading his shit for a minute. Like,
I never really got into like the reading game, but just I remember that particular aspect of like that they had like a certain way they wrote their books.
I ain't gonna lie, like
you turn to page 6 if you want to go left, turn to page 9 if you want to go right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I was like 8 or 9, my grandma used to make me read Stephen King books. So mine was off the Goosebumps real quick.
Oh my God, Marko. I am reading a Stephen King book right now, and it's called The Institute. It was written like last year or some shit. This shit is creepy as hell. I done read so many Stephen King books, but this one is like just the fact that it's like so current. Like, I'm like used to reading when it was like back in the day, Stephen King. This shit is just too much. Like, he is creepy. He's a creepy author.
Man. I think I'm about to start reading it because I just got that new Sister Soldier, and I don't think I'm about to read that shit all the way through.
No, I ain't never fell into them.
You know what's so real? I can't even sit there and read a book. Look, you know what's so crazy? I do audiobooks, right? Because I can't sit there and I'm just being real. I can't sit.
No, I love audiobooks too. Don't get it twisted. Like, I've listened to a lot of good books that I've never read. Like, an audiobook hit.
No, I don't feel like I didn't read them because I heard the audiobook, so I read them. You know? And that's the thing, y'all real reading ass niggas gotta still give us credit for reading the book, even though we listen to it.
There's no real audio book. Shit,
right.
You can't say that you read it. You can say you listened to the book.
No, that's I read the book.
Change your verbiage.
No, you can read and listen at the same time. It still got the words.
I'm not.
But you're not following along and reading it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
no,
you're not really.
It's the same thing.
I do. It just like sometimes I got ADD, so I be like,
yes, man.
Off.
I can't sit there and look at a page full of fucking words all
I
day.
just started getting into the audio books because I was a big reader. Like, I used to read the Lord of the Rings books and shit, 1,000-page books.
I used to watch Reading Rainbow.
You a bad motherfucker, man. I had the people I was in college that I had a learning.
Shout out to Reading Rainbow.
It took me all the way to college to realize that when I would read a page, I would forget what the fuck I read, and I would have to read that shit again so much in my life that I'd be like, damn, I would read it. That I would remember the second, third time I read it, but I
That's why
would.
my teachers, no, that's why my teachers hated me because I was the exact opposite. I could read something and retain it and like remember that shit. If I read it, I remember it. So like the teachers would be like mad that I like will remember this shit. They be like, well, go to the page. I'm like, but I already read it. I know what the fuck we talking about. Like they hated that shit.
That means you are like you a visual learner. You see that shit and you remember that shit. I gotta hear
I
that
can't
shit.
learn by somebody just telling me some shit. I'm gonna forget.
I literally could hear a song and remember what a rapper said, maybe the second listen, you know? Like by the third, I got the whole shit, you know? So like from them days, so if I hear a book, I really can't retain it the same way. But if I read that shit, ooh, I'm gonna have to rewrite it, write notes. I'm gonna have to do all kind of shit to remember that shit. I ain't lying. You damn near got. I'd rather watch a DVD.
When you read that one sentence 3 or 4 times, like wait, what?
Look, I appreciate the teachers that gave you the alternative. Do you want to watch Malcolm X movie or do you want to read the book? Bitch, I'm about to write the book, write the shit about the movie. Fuck is you talking about?
Oh my God, I never had
what I
I
did
never
with
had
Roots.
those options. There was never an option. There was a
What?
reading list.
I had to do a paper on Roots, and it was either read the book or watch the movie. I got
You know you was watching Roots.
yeah, I had to watch
Roots,
that shit.
bro.
That was the longest book I ever seen in my life. That shit was like read the fucking encyclopedia.
I never
Back
seen
to back.
Yeah, the autobiography of Malcolm X is too. Shoot.
Let's keep
Yeah,
it
that
real.
shit is thick
Let's
as
keep it
hell.
real. Y'all ain't never read y'all Bibles. Fuck you talking about? Say no.
I got halfway there.
Hey, look, this nigga Duke, I don't know when it was, but this nigga hit me up one time a few years back and was like, hey man, don't think I'm crazy, bro. But check this shit out, man. Tell me what you think. So I clicked the link and shit, and they was talking about all of this Satanism and shit. And I was like, oh shit. But he knew he could talk to me about that shit. But you know, I got so into it, like I was intrigued, not to the point where I turned Satanist or nothing, but I was like, I just curious to know. So I ordered the fucking book, man, the Satanist Bible, man. And you know, it was just and I actually read it just to read it, just to say
As
I
a
read
kid,
it.
but like as a kid, I wanted to read all the banned books, all the books that was on the banned list. I wanted to read, and I got my hands on one of the motherfuckers, and I swear to God, I was like, oh, that's why this motherfucker was banned. Like it.
Banned books? You mean like some sex books or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, them books I never could even understand them. Like,
And I know, I couldn't ever get that. The coldest whatever. I read that shit because I was around a bunch of females and shit. They kept talking about it. It seemed interesting. I got into
No,
it.
I'm not talking about like the Zanes or anything. I'm talking
that's what
about
I
the
thought you were
books
talking
that
about.
are like banned from like censorship, like the ones that they don't let you read at all. Or
Yeah, like the Pale Horse and shit.
Oh
yeah.
What the fuck is the pale horse?
Oh man, I got that bitch. That bitch is canon, bro. It's deep, man. It's about the whole shit. You a type of motherfucker who can handle that. You definitely need to handle the Pale Horse, bro. I'm gonna remember you said that, bro, and I'm gonna order that bitch for you, bro. Don't even trip, cause that bitch a classic, bro. I got the damn audio book right now, but motherfucking I think I could duplicate that bitch and send it to you.
What's your craziest weed story? No, what's your craziest 420 weed story?
Huh?
What's your craziest weed story?
My craziest 420 weed story, just my weed story in general. I remember craziest weed story. I remember spilling some water on a hose. I put all my weed on like a platter for some reason. And then I remember spilling this water all on the weed. And then I remember drying that shit off and still smoking that shit.
damn.
Yeah, you're a wild boy.
Shit was trash. and I wasn't gonna, and I still smoke Dutch as fuck you talking about.
Well, it ain't shit wrong with Dutchess. I still smoke Dutchess. I can't smoke a backwood every time.
Man, no. Marko still smoke White House, y'all. I put that on.
Oh no, I ain't smoking no White House. I'll smoke a Dutch, but yeah.
No, I'm talking about when it was a drought. When it was a drought and wasn't no Dutchess in the leather, the next best thing you will soon realize after you there ain't no Dutchess or no backwoods and nowhere. No, when it ain't none of them, you gotta smoke White House, don't you, Marko?
Hell yeah. Not the White House. We was smoking on $4 or $5 for $1.
That's when
Kool-Aid
I smoke.
flavored
That's when
ass
I smoke in the
blunts.
trenches. When it get hard, when times was hard for me in the bluff, I remember walking up that bitch and buying $5 worth of $5 one blunts, getting 25 blunts. Times was hard in the bluff. In the bluff was rough. I remember them times. Marko talking factual. I ain't capping.
Man, whole room smelling like a fucking bowl of Kool-Aid.
That shit smell like carpet paper, like fucking sandpaper or something, dog. God, bro. What, man? I don't even know what the bitch called. And I bought two little bitches.
So one time I was in a hotel and I was smoking on the phone with my cousin, and I was like steaming out the room, you know, so like the smoke detector wouldn't go off. Smoke detector went off from all the steam, and like the security shows up at the door, and as soon as they hit the door, they're like, "The fuck you smoking in here?" And I was shook. I was like, nothing. I was like, I was steaming. It's cold in here. The air conditioning won't turn off. And I was like, I'm trying to just heat up the room.
Hit your ass with that deposit, didn't they?
No. No, they left me the fuck alone. I was so thankful, but I swear to God, like my cousin was so shook. She was all the way in Chicago, shook as hell for me. Like, what should I do? Should I call your mom?
Hey, what's crazy is that the steam is worse than the weed smoke.
Hell yeah.
I had no fucking clue. I should just smoke my joint in the bathroom and just chill.
Look, nah, you just gotta hide the steam just like you hide the weed smoke. That's all.
I had a 10-year ban with residents and hotels. They part of Marriott, so I can only go to certain Marriott hotels because I done got caught smoking in most of them bitches. I don't know. Like the whole putting the shit over the smoke detector and the steam in the fucking bathroom and all that shit, that's killing my high. That's too much work. The whole point of me smoking is relaxing and being lazy.
They will hit you with them smoke deposit fees like
Man,
it ain't
every time, man.
Man, I mean, I remember like
do niggas get the deposits back for real?
No, there was not even like there was just like some blunt like shit in the trash, and they hit him with the deposit fee. They hit us with the deposit fee. That shit was terrible.
You see, look, I had that happen to me too, and not only that, that happened to me at the Hawthorne, and then not only that, one thing that's interesting too is that I don't think I ever got a deposit back from a rental or a motherfucking.
I thought people smoke at the Hawthorne.
No.
Hell no.
Hell no, they kill you for blunt ashes in the
Hell no.
My little brother threw a party in there a couple. Well,
it's been a while since I ain't been in Hawthorne in years. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My little brother threw his like 21st birthday there. Shit, niggas was smoking 1 million blunts in that bitch.
Man, that's probably different because the laws now, you know what I'm saying? The bitches is like
town. Yeah, I think because recreational laws have changed in Michigan, the hotels
have townhouses for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, shout out to Western, shit, like the closet. Western and Southfield, they let me blow that bitch down. My whole floor smelled like weed. And this was on Christmas.
They got bomb food in their bar. They got some bomb ass wings down in the Weston bar.
Yeah, they got some high ass drinks as well.
Man. Y'all, what y'all think about Black Rob, man? RP Black Rob, whoa. What y'all think about whoa?
It's sad. That's really
all
sad.
I was thinking was like, whoa. That shit crazy.
Yeah, man. They've been talking about Puffy ain't paying them and all that shit.
But you know, Black Rob was sick for a while. No, so.
I heard that. When I think about it, and this ain't, much love, but that particular era of Black Rob and Bad Boy wasn't my particular favorite era of Bad Boy's character. Just to keep it real, I don't really like special delivery. I really don't like the D, the I, the D, the D. All that shit was cheesy.
The D is the D.
I hated that shit. I hate when Ben Stiller showed up at his door. I hated that.
That was kind of hard. I'm
talking about I liked it, the visual shit, but the song I didn't really like. I go lie. They played it out. He was riding in the street. I fucked with it at first, but then after a while it became dun 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 dun. They played that bitch too much. It was
terrible. That was California, Diddy.
That was one of the greatest playouts I've ever heard in playout history radio songs. That song. That was deep. That was deep the way they played that bitch.
Right, how
Yeah,
did
that
Diddy
was
get that Cali pass like that?
Snoop was in that bitch, remember?
How did Diddy get off with that Cali pass right after all of that like that?
because he already had a Cali pass.
Because he
Yeah, I
delivered
think
Biggie
about it.
to the,
Suge was
he
in
delivered
jail.
Biggie to the spot. What you mean? So,
Yeah, Suge was in jail. Death
Yeah,
Row was broke. That's when they became the Row. They dropped the death. Like shit. So
yeah,
Diddy
that
got
was
off
terrible.
that. He had New York Diddy, Cali Diddy, and Miami Diddy. I
and
fuck with
Atlanta
Miami
did. Atlanta did he go up too?
Yeah,
Atlanta did
but
he go up?
I like Miami Diddy. That's that fucking dirty money.
And Miami did he next level, dog. I ain't gonna
Right.
lie. Yes. So I see those earrings. I see that jewelry around your neck, man. Where can I get that from? Who made it?
I made it.
Oh, so you got the jewelry shit popping, Loreya Sunshine jewelry. They could see it. They could go order it. They could get it. You got all of it dropping soon. So you made all that shit for real, handmade.
Yeah, I made all of it.
I don't know how people make jewelry. That's one of the most incredible things to know how to bend all that material and do all that shit. That shit is crazy.
Jewelry making is really fun. I enjoy it. It's one of my things that I like to do.
You
And
literally made that earring you got.
yeah, I made the whole earring.
You see that shit, Marco?
Damn.
Yeah, she make real jewelry, man. She got the whole equipment and shit. Half the
Yeah.
dining room table is motherfucking jewelry business. Like it's for real.
Does it take a lot of patience? It seems
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it takes some patience. You have to have, good materials to work with too, stuff that girls like, you don't want to put nothing ugly together. Once you learn how to use the tools, you kind of set.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But I want to. I really don't want to do it personally, but I want to go in person and see somebody blow glass before I die.
Oh my God, I want to take a glass blowing class so bad. That would be so much fun.
I personally don't want to do it. I just want to see it done in front of me.
They have like festivals that they do downtown sometimes, and
That is
sometimes
what
they
it
do it. They do it downtown.
Hey, Margo,
Yeah.
what you think about Bushmeat, bro?
Bushmeat.
You know about that shit?
Hell no.
You don't know what Bushmeat is?
You don't want
Please
to know.
inform me.
Man, Bushmeat.
You don't want to know, Marco. You don't want
Bushmeat
to know.
is the number one meat in the continent of Africa and Asia. For the record, number one.
I saw this thing that they did in Indonesia with these rats that they caught in the jungle.
Yeah, that's considered bushmeat. Monkeys, anything rodent, any dogs, all that shit is considered bushmeat. Dogs, cat, all that shit. Rats.
They stuck the bamboo up the rat ass and just put it on the spit and fried that motherfucker and roasted his ass and started just selling it in the market. I was done.
Bro,
Yeah, I seen some shit like that. Cause I'm terrified of rats. So I'll be
yeah,
trying to
dog.
watch a little shit so I can get over it. But man, it didn't work.
Man.
I don't fuck with the rodents, so eating it like shit with the Chinese food. When those little precious rumors came out, I ain't eat Chinese food for years.
It was really horrifying, because I understand like there has to be sustenance in these places. So, I get why they use bushmeat. It's just to a point of like sanitation and like, I don't understand like in certain species, are getting killed off and, like, I don't know what it's going to do to the ecosystem totally by eating these different animals,
Man, hopefully they eat all them bitches and ain't no more. But look, it's so crazy. When I seen them rats, these niggas was literally cracking open trees to find the rats. And it was at that point that I realized that rats and squirrels live inside trees and shit. Damn.
Man,
I
rats
didn't know that.
live everywhere.
No, I'm talking about, but they really be inside trees, like in the
And I
wild.
was really touched when I
wild
saw
rats
the
live in
Austin
trees.
fire department, I was really touched when I saw a video of the Austin Fire Department, like get this little baby squirrel out of the tree. I almost broke down. But
Yeah,
I do
I would
not.
have let that motherfucker die for real.
Oh, do you know that rats they come together as a family or team, and they gnaw the inside of the tree to hollow it out so they can have somewhere to live.
Man, that's some productive ass shit right there.
Man, that's some scary ass shit. Mine just got the little
That's why them
creepy
bitches
crawls
live
in
so
and
long,
shit.
man. Them bitches that we had in Hamtramck, man, silverback rats. That bitch was silver, man. He was old as fuck. You know what I'm saying? That nigga lived there. We was in his crib. He wasn't in ours. That nigga been in that bitch. I was like,
Yeah,
man,
when you sit on the couch too hard, he jump up, let you know, like then
man.
you invade my
When
space.
you just learn like the creepy, eerie sounds that rats make, like
Oh my God, they
it
sound
will
like
fuck,
birds. You
it
convince
will
yourself that it's
fuck
birds.
you up. Like the sounds that they make will fuck you up. I saw a rat
I'm
in
about to make
Brooklyn.
I'm about to make some rat sounds. Give me 1 second.
No,
Oh, don't do it.
No, I do though. 'Cause
no,
look, I need to show
no,
people because for everybody listening, for all the
no.
sounds that y'all hear, that y'all think that that's the birds every morning. No, y'all, that's the motherfucking rats. I felt the same way.
Well, play it then. Mute yourself.
Ah, this shit is really
Them
deep.
rats, nigga, that
No,
should be real.
bro, this shit is really deep.
I,
Bro, what the fuck would anybody like, you know?
I can't deal.
You know?
Okay, I cannot deal. I'm over the rat issue. Like, cause I saw a
I'm
I
rat
hear that.
so
trying to
big and
feed. I had to feed a snake one of them motherfuckers once. Oh my god,
Man,
that shit was the
this the question with the problem in New York and Chicago getting worse by the year. At what point are them bitches gonna come to Michigan?
I
Hopefully
just
they
say
die
that
in
I
the
seen
water.
a rat so
Hopefully they
big
die
in
in the water.
Brooklyn. I seen a rat so big in Brooklyn. I will never in my life live in the state of New York. That shit look
yeah.
like a dog.
No, once you look down in Times Square, you see them like if you look down while you walking through the little crowds of
You
people,
will
you
see
just
rats.
see
Ain't
them
it just
slithering through
ridiculous?
people's feet, and that shit is disgusting. When I went to
The
New
rat
York, I had
jumped
to
out.
wear boots.
The rat jumped out and crawled across the grate like a G, and I screamed like a bitch. I was horrified when I saw this dog ass rat, like a dog looking rat, big as hell. Didn't have no problem walking across the city grate like it was nothing.
Yeah, and riding the subway in New York, that's what made me know that I will never live in New York. Like when you
I
say
seen a rat on a
overabundance of rats,
video crawl across a man who was asleep on the subway during transit, and I lost it. I cannot.
Man, that shit is. I personally can't even deal with that shit, man. But I really said that too, because I seen some more shit that they talking about Illinois declared state of emergency or some shit with them bitches.
I can believe it because some parts of Illinois, it's a lot of abandoned shit. Like they
They
don't tear
got
down they
fields.
old buildings.
They
Yeah,
got
and they got
fields in Illinois. They got massive plains and shit. Like they got fields. That shit. No, thank you.
because I know in Chicago rats are very common.
Man,
And
damn.
that shit.
I'm honestly glad that rats haven't overpopulated Detroit or no shit, because like when you go downtown, you don't see no fucking rats. You'll see a squirrel, but you won't see no fucking rat.
Yeah.
You'll see a rat on some like nighttime. Them bitches got respect in Detroit, except them Hamtramck motherfuckers. But uh, you know, but to imagine seeing some rats in daytime running across the street because they don't give a fuck, y'all have not trained them bitches appropriately. It's time to put the play down and put a demo down for real.
That's how Atlanta is starting to become with the possums. I'm starting to see possums all over the freeway.
Oh my God, no.
It's like they whack
Y'all
them
niggas
all
ain't
in them
should be
bitches.
country too.
Possums are gross.
That
Yeah.
tail, dog. That tail in that face, though.
Oh, fuck that when they playing dead. I've seen somebody scoop up a possum playing dead, thinking that motherfucker dead, and then hopped up on them. Just talking about it made me want to fucking,
I lost my shit.
How
I
y'all feel
lost my
about
whole
raccoons,
shit
though?
on that
This is the
possum.
real question. How y'all feel about raccoons? Do y'all consider them rodents? And is they like the best
They
of the
need to
rodents?
die with the rest of them motherfuckers.
So do
yeah,
y'all think
cause
that
they
it's
try
time to
to,
take care of baby raccoons and shit?
fuck them raccoons. They make them look nice in the videos, but like if you go over in the Indian village and on the east side, oh my God, it's an overabundance of fucking raccoons. And when I say they be foaming at the
Brightmore as
mouth,
well.
hissing at your ass, oh my fucking mind.
In Brightmore, I
I'm
have
Yeah,
a raccoon in the attic in Brightmore.
oh yeah,
I'm
Brightmore, them
good on
bitches
the
terrible
raccoon.
over there too. That's because all that wooded area over there.
Hell yeah. I once seen a raccoon on my way to ACS one day. I was suited and booted, right? From suit tie to dress shoes, right? To the heel. And one day I was taking out the trash before I went to work. And nigga, when I opened up the trash, it was a mama raccoon and all her babies. And they looked up at me, nigga. I dropped that shit so quick with the trash, nigga. And when I made it back in the house, it was a patch of grass on my heel that was so big. Let you know that first step I took was legendary. I'll be right back.
I don't fuck with raccoons. Raccoons is scary as hell. They will scratch you. They will attack you.
Yeah, they'll attack you. That's the thing. That's why I can't do raccoons. That's why I can't do rats either, cause they'll attack your ass too. Rats, raccoons, mice. I feel like they just nasty. Mice, they not even that harmful, but they just nasty as fuck.
Mice are gross because they shit everywhere. That's why mice are gross.
Yeah, they the ones that you could see first if a motherfucker got mice because the mice shit. That's the blessing about them bitches, is the shit. And rats make the squeak. Them bitches don't remember to stop squeaking with their dumb ass. They think
Or
they
they start scratching in the walls and
man.
shit like
You know
that.
it's so deep. You know it's so deep as fuck. When we was sitting in Hamtramck and motherfucking them bitches would school every morning, they would wake us up every morning. I'm talking about every morning squealing. Like that's one thing that I know for sure is them squealing, man. Crazy, bro. Crazy, man.
I'll say this though. Honestly, the outside need to stay outside.
Hell yeah. That's why I respect cats. I respect cats because cats don't give a fuck and they put the play down. And I'm cool with them bitches being the outside presence. Like if you got big ass bobcat, feral cats riding around this bitch, you ain't gonna have, I respect them. Put some feral cats in the neighborhood and let them feast off the trash. And we're gonna see the rats go down and the squirrels. How about that?
I'm
That's why
allergic
I
to
love
cats.
cats.
I'm allergic to cats. I can't do it. I'm allergic.
Man, dogs don't even kill them rats, but them cats, ooh, them bitches. I love the way they put the plate out on the mice and cats. It's like it's incredible, It's incredible.
Oh yeah, rather kill a dog.
But it seemed like a 2-3 cats would get at a rat ass. I'm trying to tell you,
Oh yeah,
it's
they
deep.
know it's the buffet.
Hell yeah. Look, this and thing too. I'm looking at this shit on Twitter. Hold on. 420 though. Look, can I ask y'all top 3 420 songs?
Ooh, okay. Okay. So, Mary Jane by Rick James.
Yup. I was Mary Jane. She's my main thing. She's at my heart.
Yes, that would be the song. I love that shit. And then, okay, I gotta give it to Buddha Lovers by Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I ain't familiar.
That's okay. It's a great song. You're probably familiar with the Weed song,
Yeah.
but Buddha Lovers was my favorite.
Bone Thugs was in their bag at a point. I remember.
Oh my God, I love Bone Thugs. And then probably sadly, it's Blueberry Yum Yum by Ludacris.
Got a little bit of blueberry, yum yum.
Yeah, I
Nigga,
love that fucking song. I do.
do.
And that was before I was
I ain't gonna
discovered.
lie. That before the Migos, Ludacris did that shit.
He did. And he did it righteously. Like, that shit was hard.
I know Louis don't fuck with Luda.
Luda at all.
That's
Who said
okay.
Luda? Yeah, Luda.
I said blueberry yum yum.
Whose song is that? Luda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think Luda song is the #1 weed song of all time?
No, I mean, like, you know, first was Mary Jane, then was I did them, you know,
Oh,
in
I was
descending
like,
order.
Ludacris. That's just ludicrous.
I got number 3. Chance the Rapper and Future Smoke Break. That
Man.
shit set the weed off.
Man, dog, you absolutely right. I slept on that song. I ain't even played it today. Damn.
Number 2 is Mary Jane. And number 1, I don't know, it's not really a weed song. They loosely talk about it, but when I get high, I always listen to it, is Novocaine.
By Frank Ocean.
That's definitely not a 420 song. That is a Christmas song.
So, well, I'll go ahead and replace that with I don't know.
That's a December
I
record.
don't know. It's a lot of fucking weed songs.
Right? Oh my God. Okay.
The first song that came to mind, not to cut you off, first song that came to mind for me today was Still Blazing. Still blazing, still blazing, still blazing. Another running, another blazing, another station. I was like, damn. Still blazing, no, just chasing. I remember days when I would only
The
smoke
first,
on occasion.
I think the song I played today was it was Dr. Dre, Let's Get High. And I thought they was talking about weed the whole song, but that shit went to ecstasy real quick. They was talking about beans real
No,
quick.
next episode. Next episode is a good weed
Yeah.
song.
La 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 la. Smoke weed every day. Fuck you. Singing. I'm gonna say top 3 for me. I'm gonna definitely go with the fucking Let's Get Blown.
See, I was about to say that as my honorable mention. I listen to that on the everyday
Looking
basis.
at you for a mighty long time.
Pharrell killed that shit.
I don't know what made Snoop Dogg come out. That nigga was in his bag, bro. And that one was fire, dog. I like
Him and Pharrell had a little run of them bitches.
they did, dog. They really did, dog. Is Alert not a weed song.
It's
Yeah,
just a good song to listen to,
yeah,
huh?
good song. I like Lil Wayne, la 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 la. I don't know if that count. Probably don't. I don't know, man. That's hard. Definitely Let's Get Blown in second. And then Smoke Break. Oh my God, Marco, that was incredible. That Smoke Break and Mary Jane. I think those 3 songs are my favorite weed songs of all time, if I could say that. Crazy.
I like definitely do be Ashtray. That's kind of like a sad weed song, though.
Yeah, that is a weed song.
Loreya played some songs today that I just like. It seemed like she was born for today. The way she had a whole playlist ready for just weed songs. Like, damn, they was just coming back to back. I'm like, I forgot they was talking about weed on this motherfucker.
I ain't gonna lie, today I cut on the Afro Man.
The Magic Dragon for your ass. Like, I love 420. This is my national holiday.
Man,
I cut the Afro Man on today.
She did.
My neighbors was knocking on the wall like, "What the fuck is you playing, shawty?"
Baby, that's all we need. That's my shit.
They don't know about 445.
Man, hell yeah.
And Afro Man had like a whole Christmas soundtrack that was like dedicated to weed. It was awesome. I used to listen to it every Christmas. My mom would be pissed off.
What's your weed movies? That's the question. It's a lot of weed movies.
Okay, weed movies. Like Cheech and Chong were probably the first weed movies I ever saw. And they're like nostalgic. So, but the good ones were like later. you know,
Yeah, I
like
seen all they movies, but
highs
they
and the
still ain't on
heavy.
my list.
You have to talk about the origins of 420. You have to talk about what's important, in today's, aspect of legal marijuana, who is allowed into the industry, you know what I'm saying? What kind of markets are going to be affected once, IPOs start hitting for these cannabis industries,
Exactly.
And mass incarceration. So like, you have to think about what was the history, what was the product, like hitting for in the past, like what damage did it do, you know what I'm saying, for the laws that it affected, and what is the damage that it could possibly do with the laws, turning into like a complete industry. What kind of regulations are they going to put on it? It is a
I agree.
plant. So
You ever think about this? Today would have been a nice gesture for them to release a bunch of marijuana offenders.
they don't recognize 420. This
I
is
know. I'm saying, but
cultural thing.
I'm just saying, but just had today been today that they release thousands of people.
Biden don't want to legalize weed.
I mean, I beg to differ. I believe he will be the president that do that.
I
Because
see
Yeah,
it. I see
anybody
it.
will,
They
whoever
always
was
say they're gonna
president.
do it, and when they get up in there, they don't give a fuck to do it. So I see.
Biden gonna recognize the amount of taxation he's gonna be able to
Yeah,
place on marijuana, and
he's
it's
gonna be
gonna
the
be a
one that will
wrap.
do that. He gonna put that into perspective for niggas.
Okay, and when we talk about the taxation, we also have to talk about the licensing and regulation. Who are they gonna let
Right.
do
They're
these
gonna tell
things?
you what need
Are
to be
they
your
gonna?
weed.
No, are they gonna let Black, brown, or people who have grown in underground, like, are they gonna let the people have a stake in it, unless
Now,
these
that's the thing too.
corporations?
Look, it's speaking of that today. They actually passed the House passed the new banking act or whatever that actually is going to be able to include the marijuana industry if it goes through the Senate. So they're in process of that as we speak. So that's what's so interesting about today's dynamic too. That the House felt the need to do that today. That's a kind gesture for them. Who knows if it goes anywhere, but
It's
what
a
that
it's a
does.
kind gesture, but once again, it does take away, some of the risk involved with getting into this industry, and who's going to be going into this industry, putting millions and billions of dollars into it. Who's going to be on the ground floor? Like, we've seen the corporations take over lots of industries.
Right. Hell yeah. And then we've seen this so many times again. You see what they did to the liquor. Black people could get in the liquor industry. So technically, once they make it a business, it's a business and it's up there. As far as us having our stake and claim in it, I do believe because marijuana comes from a somewhat ethnic area, I believe that we should have a stake because of that. I believe that
It's not just that, like the mom and pop growers, you know what I'm saying? The small growers, the people who, that are on the ground floor already and have been doing this.
Yeah, no, that's
They
cool. I'm
need
talking
to.
about like the people who like, because you got people who do believe that like Black people or minorities should have like an actual stake or reparations should be paid out in some type of stake in
We could
America.
do, we could do, we could do. I'll take reparations through some weed stop, through some equity in the industry.
That has been talked about at an official capacity too. But of course, I don't see anything happening at this moment outside of the House passing that today. So who knows? I do believe that because where we at right now, if the House feel comfortable doing that, I believe that everybody must be ready. It's just about whenever it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't doubt over the next 4 years that happen if they did this today, even if it gets shut down tomorrow, next day. I do believe
No,
that.
I realized it was coming once I seen the shit go on in Portland or Oregon. Like, man,
New York, bro. Did you see New York just passed recreational? That's huge.
no, but do you know that you can walk around with heroin in Portland?
Yeah, now that's huge too. And Ann Arbor passed shrooms. You can have shrooms in Ann Arbor.
Man,
Think about that. You don't know no more jail time for shrooms in Ann Arbor, man. That's really deep, man. That's really deep.
that shit is deep.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even think like, what are they doing with the Portland? Are they going to cause a massive homeless influctuation with that? Do you think in Portland, do you think it's going to be similar to Skid Row or similar to San Francisco with Portland along that Pacific, feeling like, by decriminalizing it? Yeah. But now the reverse effect of that is going to be similar to like a Biden at the border. You know, once you open
just
the
have to,
border.
but you have to look at countries like Portugal who have like completely decriminalized and like legalized all substances. They have had lower crime rates in like the 7 years.
I need to know what their homeless rates are like, because I don't know if necessarily decriminalizing is a step to, like, you know, that's a hell of a step. But I do think that the age that we in, I think that the people, if we know that we're not going to go to jail for it, we're going to still take it. And I don't think that that's going to help the substance abuse problem.
Nah, I feel like this shit is it's a good play for big pharma. Fucking shrooms, heroin, drugs like that. You gonna have to take
Yeah.
Suboxone to get off of that.
Yeah, and I'm
And
scared that now
Suboxone is
with them,
high as fuck.
like you said though, earlier, like with the business, you know, I'm sure that there are major companies looking to get into the weed business. So I'm thinking that if with all this decriminalization, all these drugs, they're just going to figure out how to control us more with these drugs. So like, of course, okay, now that we're not going to jail for it, but goddamn, motherfuckers ruin their life off these drugs now, you know? So it's like,
I want to say it like that, but 6 women lost their lives off of a drug that they tell them us all to take. So they already got us one way or another. The pharmaceutical industry got us one way or another. They're a massive industry that
right.
will.
Do y'all fear them going into the weed business at all? Or Marlboro and Newport? Do we have a problem with them companies going into major pharmaceutical companies or major tobacco companies lining up to go into the weed business, or liquor companies? Or should we taint, are they tainted? Should we, because of they in a respected areas, should we look for more of a healthier
I think it would
non-attachment?
be a healthy avenue to promote small businesses instead of major corporations coming into this industry.
I agree
I
with
think there are enough small businesses to come up off the ground with cannabis industry coming, into the fold, that, we don't need these massive industry corporations stepping into this industry. They're everywhere else.
Yeah.
Why do we need them here? Like we can function on a level where everybody gets their pot, without McDonald's serving us our pot.
That's going to be a beautiful day, though. I hope I'm not too old to where they putting weed in the Happy Meals. I'm gonna be like, God damn. When God,
We get too old.
I'm reading the Institute, the Stephen King book that I'm reading, like they have a vending machine in this like black site hideout that they keep these like kids with these special abilities, and like they serve them liquor and weed brownies, and they're able to buy cigarettes, and some of them are like 6-7 years old. It's like a crazy story. The Institute is fun.
man. Yeah, you've been saying some crazy shit happening in there. Shout outs to Stephen King. I heard y'all talking about him earlier on that horror shit. I don't know shit about the horror, man. We need more. We need more horror dynamics and shit, and more writers and anything. How do y'all feel about this? Because people been shitting on leaning away from the internet because of them. Do y'all feel like black trauma in film is a problem, or in music is a problem? Do you think that?
I think that there needs to be more representation with storylines that are not just about Black trauma, which is okay to depict Black trauma. I'm not saying that our stories aren't trauma filled, but I think it's time for us to get away from like the generalized Black trauma. Like I think that we can see films, like that aren't depicting us being the victim.
But this is the thing. I understand that, and it's kind of like the superhero, when you make a black superhero, see how far we could go. But like, are we done addressing the issues to the public as far as our things that we go through?
No, and I'm not saying like we don't have to stop making certain films.
Like
I think
slave movies, right? Or shit like that. That's what you mean by like slave movies, or like black.
When I say slave movies, I mean like they have to have their narratives have to be told as well. but there are also narratives other than slave narratives that are important to tell, you know, like that we haven't depicted. Like the fact that the Billie Holiday story is blowing up, like is a, you know, that's not a history so far gone like slavery, but it is equally traumatic, you know, like, I mean, not equally, but it is also traumatic, you know, in a Black trauma story, you know, so, and triumphant, you know, just like a lot of the slave films depict the triumph, you know, of the Black spirit and things like that. So, you know, I just think that we can have a broad spectrum of like all different genres and different types of film. We don't always have to make it about, you know, some kind of trauma that is related to our Black skin. You know what I mean? Like, it's important to tell those stories and have that representation, but we can also have like a broader spectrum than just this monolithic tale of our Black skin is the only thing that brings us trauma, which is just not true.
I agree. And in that same note, I want to ask you too, Loreya, because what you just said, like, you know, having more shit. I hate that Tonto type shit or Black shit. I'm ready for Black man to be in charge and a white man to be his deputy. Fuck you talking about? Shit like that. So on that note, Marvel, DC, this is part 2. We had a real discussion about it. We was ready to get on part 2 till you came on here. We got like 10 minutes left on this one. I would love to know who's like the who's better between Marvel, DC. I told them about the WandaVision, this and that. I found out.
Okay. Here's my perspective on the new comic film genre, the superhero films. I absolutely love them all. You know, I have seen the DC films, I have seen the Marvel films. The Marvel films stand out more to me because of like they're just CGI and like production aspects. So I get that, you know, but those classic characters from like DC, you can't get rid of the Batman, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't get rid of Superman, you can't get rid of Wonder Woman, like those.
Do you think before it's all over, Marvel gonna buy them from DC, or DC gonna buy Marvel? What's gonna happen?
That's really hard to say because they have been in this battle for like over 70 years. Like it's not.
Who's gonna end up on top?
Who's gonna end up on top?
Marvel.
Marvel.
Yeah, because DC is owned by Warner Brothers and Marvel is owned by Disney. Disney is fucking Disney at the end of the day.
Can you ever see them merging by any chance? Can it be Marvel DC?
No, because that rivalry has been there. That rivalry.
The rivalry would still be there, but it would still be.
Yeah, they could do it. They do it for video games. This Marvel versus DC video games and shit. So I know the license shit is possible. So
yeah, I mean, not only that, like the fans, like if you like DC, you're probably gonna like Marvel.
Have
like,
we ever seen Batman and Spider-Man in the same shit?
Hell no.
It's time.
Nah, them don't mix.
Yeah,
them don't mix.
It's time, y'all. It's time for Wonder Woman to be walking down the street one day, and then next thing you know, she run into Incredible Hulk.
Them don't mix. Them don't.
It's hard for them to cross because Marvel characters are from actual places in the U.S. And when you think about DC, I don't know where the fuck Gotham City is. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck. Well, I know where Metropolis is, but goddamn, I know.
Okay, don't act like niggas ain't from Wakanda, man.
See, Wakanda is an actual place.
Okay, Superman, Kryptonite or Krypton, whatever the fuck is real too. Allegedly. They could write it into the script, man. You know that. That should be fire.
It doesn't mix. Like the storylines are just completely different. They're written different. The comics were drawn like different, even though they were similar.
I think Spider-Man would be a better Robin to Batman. How about
that? Then you just need to write some fan fiction, you know, and that's just what you need to do.
We need some cold ass CGI for that. And look, we need to get back on that Hood Jeopardy shit too, man. That was an incredible idea where we had tested out. I know you was corresponding with me and giving me all the insights to throw at them that day. But we need to really ironclad that Hood Jeopardy shit, because man,
that's gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? And then like you get contestants to come on, and you know, like like the trivia wouldn't have to change as like much as, you know, like the contestants could change. And like if the contestants don't change, you could change the trivia, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it can be versatile in like a lot of different ways. And you could put out like different parts of it. Like, so like you could do like the like special guests, and you know, like then you could do just like special trivia, or like, you know, it'd be fun.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm ready. I'm a connoisseur of the culture.
Man,
I know, Marco, you was killing it. You was
killing
really killing it. I can't, like, cause there was
edit on that last one is
when you
too
came
crazy. I'm
with
still
the
not
step
done.
by step, I was like, oh, Marco lethal. Like, I can't even, like, you know, like,
the second time around. Like,
there's a lot of things that I don't know I'm gonna get stumped on, but I know we can create some, you know, some stuff that'll be really relevant and funny, you know, and that'll really speak to you know, like a game show.
Yeah, that shit fire. And just we got, you know, ironclad, you know, specifics, but I'm so down and ready to see that shit flourish, man, because I think that it'll give space for a new level of creativity, because new trivia and new ways of like thinking, like you never
And let me tell you, like all these devices and all these apps, they're trying to make this shit like they're trying to make these things that we already do, like when we drink and we hang out, and you know, like they're trying to make these into little party games that halfway don't even make sense. So like they're coming from real people, and like people who are in touch with the culture and like what's going on and what's relevant. Like it'll be more, you know, better than an app that people want to play, or you know, they might enjoy it.
Yeah, and it'll be fun to watch too.
Yeah, I also seen the fucking the list for Rolling Loud in Miami. I think I might go. I might risk it all.
Oh shit, man, don't risk it all, man. It ain't even that deep, bro. Rolling Loud from COVID to the last Rolling Wild violence, man. Let's just
You
stay
better
safe,
chill over
man.
there. You better sit it down, sit it down, sit it down. I don't know what we talking about. That ain't even, the list means nothing. Your life means everything.
Blessings, man.
Well, I know my life means everything, but damn, I want to get out the house. I'm in Atlanta where it's open, and I don't really get out because I do be real overdoing it for COVID. Yeah, I'm over cautious.
You gotta be over COVID, man. That's a salute, man. Because everybody else I talk to, except you, Marco, think that shit a game. Think this shit a game.
I know people in Atlanta who think that it's
you
a
have
hoax.
stayed very solid, bro, and tapped in with your roots.
Yeah,
you have not lost your shit down there, bro. You do not sound like an Atlanta nigga. You've been down there for years. All that kind of shit, bro. Stay solid, bro. Because I swear to God, I pay attention to those little details. Everybody I see be losing their ways down there, man. It's like, goddamn, you go down there to rehab and get yourself together and find a new rhythm of life down there. You don't go down there and just lose your shits and forget who the fuck you are. You know?
It's easy to get lost in the sauce in Atlanta, though.
Oh my God, dog. From the
it's
drugs
extremely
to
easy to get lost in the
all
sauce.
kind of false dreams and exploitation, all kind of shit.